Hey everyone, this is Lauren W. from Teen Central here to talk about comic books. So, we of course have volumes of comics, but we also circulate single issues of comics. That means you don't have to wait that 6 or so months until they're collected into volumes. You can get them in real time and read the storylines as they happen. So, we have 16 series that we collect here in the Teen Room. Today I'm going to talk about 8 of them that I think you'll like. Hopefully, one of these will strike a chord with you and you can put them on hold. And we have curbside services happening right now, so you can check them out that way. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Miles Morales Spider-Man. Of course, he is in Earth 616 now. So he's out of the Ultimate Universe. Things collided, things changed. And this is after Brian Michael Bendis moved over to DC Comics. So this is a new writer, which kind of gives him a little fresh take on life. So it's a good storyline. I suggest that you check it out. The next one I'm thinking of is Naomi. So this is actually Brian Michael Bendis' first creation in the DC universe. He created this whole new character. She's very cool. She has been adopted, but there's a huge mystery surrounding her origins. So she doesn't know who her parents are, where she came from. Nobody will tell her anything, so she's trying to unravel this whole thing in her small town. And it's only 6 comics, so this little mini series is fun to read, easy to get through. And Naomi 2 should be coming soon, but we don't have a real date on that. So I'm curious to see where this character goes in the future. But for now, you can just read the 6 issues that are out. Young Justice is also through Brian Michael Bendis' Wonder Comics that he started back up for DC Comics. Young Justice, if any of you guys have seen the show, you know about Robin and Aqualad and all of those good characters. But this one adds in a couple new ones. There's Teen Lantern, so that's a person who hacked into the power ring and got those powers. And then there's Jenny Hex. She's a descendant of Jonah Hex. So it's kind of fun to see these new characters work with these old characters. As you can see in this issue, Naomi is involved as well here. And it's fun to see them work not as sidekicks, but on their own. Harley Quinn, I don't think I really need to say much about the psychiatrist gone villain. This is her on her own though, so she gets her own storyline. She doesn't have to be a sidekick, and that's pretty darn fun. Ghost Spider is Spider-Gwen, but in her world, she now is known by her real name. She doesn't have an alter ego anymore. She kind of went over to 616 to have a new anonymity, and she created the alter ego of Ghost Spider over there because she says death loves Gwen Stacy. So she's not actually dead, she's not actually a ghost, but it's a fun storyline of her over in 616. A lot of you guys got to know Shazam from the movie. This is about Billy Batson. But the comics are about an older Billy Batson. So he's still young, but he's a little bit older than he is in the movie. And it's about him exploring his powers with his foster family, who also have the shared powers of Shazam. Ms. Marvel is a really fun Marvel character. She finds out that she has inhuman genes, and she can shapeshift and also has some healing factors. And she takes over the mantle from Captain Marvel as Ms. Marvel. So this is a really cool storyline, and she gets to interact with a lot of other characters, which is cool. You see Miles sometimes and some other teen characters, so she's a fun one to check out. And then last but not least is Runaways. I had to show this cover because it has Old Lace, which is a genetically modified dinosaur who has powers, but this is the whole crew of the Runaways. This is a crew that was started, I think, in the 90s. And the old storyline was about them finding out that their parents are actually supervillains, so they have to figure out how to defeat their own parents. And this new run of it is from Rainbow Rowell. She loves comics, she loves getting to write these comics, but she's normally a YA author, if any of you guys recognize that name. And she loves being able to write about these dysfunctional teams that kind of find their way into their own loving family in their own new way. So you don't actually have to read the old ones to know what's going on in these. She does a really good job of catching you up to speed, but I highly recommend this storyline. So there you have it. There's 8 different comics that we have at the library that you can check out. Hopefully one of those looks good to you.